Welcome back, Freshwater Fishing Novices. New viewers, this is Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday. You're watching the Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel, and my name is Molez, and I'm the Freshwater Fishing Novice. And a question I didn't really have a clear answer to popped into my head, and I figured that was a novice question I should answer. So how long do bass live for? Let's figure it out. So the first thing that is a factor on how long your bass is going to live, your largemouth, your smallmouth, depends on the climate. That's might seem obvious. Now let's dig a little deeper into that. Did a little looking around. I had my research team out there looking for stuff, and what we found was bass in northern climates, where it's colder and it freezes and there's snow and stuff like that and ice, tend to live longer than bass in southern climates. Texas, Florida, Tennessee, Louisiana, that area. Should I even try to draw the US? No. I'm going to put a picture here. If you're above this red line, your bass is going to live a lot longer than if they're below that red line. The further north you go, the longer the bass are going to live. The further south you go, they're probably going to be in the middle range of how long a bass can live. What my research team brought back to me was an anecdotal story. If you think about being below that red line on the US, and your bass are down there, your lakes don't freeze over. So like in Texas and Florida, the water doesn't freeze. Those bass are constantly, well, not constantly, but they're hunting, they're awake, they're surviving, their heartbeats are going 24/7, 365 days a year. Now, in contrast, if you go above that red line on the US into Canada and stuff like that, the bass are gonna live longer because the ice freezes. So what happens is that they kind of hibernate. What the heck does that have to do with anything? Bass have a predetermined amount of heartbeats that they have throughout their lifetime. Once those heartbeats are done, smoked, they're dead. Now, if you think about what I just told you about warmer climates and the water not freezing, and northern climates and the water freezing and fish hibernating, what does that mean? That means if southern bass are moving 24/7, 365 days a year, moving, eating, feeding, one, they're gonna get bigger faster because they're always gonna be eating and growing and spawning and all this stuff. But colder climate above that red line on the US, the bass are going to be hibernating. They're going to be very lethargic, barely moving at all in the winter when it's frozen, and their heart rate slows down. So southern bass constantly going, we'll say 300 heartbeats, even though that's not even close to right. They're awake, moving, boom, 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 boom. They hit that 300, they die. Let's say they made it 10 years. Now, if you go up north, chances are, since their heartbeats slowed through the winter every year, it's doubled their lifespan, so they can live to 20 years. Let's talk about averages, though. I mean, those are just extremes. Actually, let's talk about an extreme. What's the largest smallmouth bass, or the oldest smallmouth bass caught on record? 27-year-old smallmouth bass. Thing must have been freaking huge. What's the average lifespan of a bass? So the average lifespan of a bass is between 5 and 10 years. That's an average, right? Now what am I coming in close for? Now what's the maximum age that would be for a largemouth bass? Well, it's gonna be more than 15, so it's gonna be 16 to 20 years. But I already blew that out of the water with that 27-year-old smallie, but I'm sure there's exceptions to every rule. All right, freshwater fishing novices and new viewers, I hope you guys enjoyed this video this week, learned a little bit about how long a bass can live. Maybe gave you a little bit more perspective, a little bit more respect for these animals when you're fishing for them. When you catch a truly big bass, appreciate how old that bass is. Freshwater fishing novices, new viewers, and hope you had a good Easter and a happy 420. All right, new viewers, subscribers, freshwater fishing novices and anglers. This has been Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday. My name is Molez. I'm the Freshwater Fishing Novice. Ding! This is the Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel. I want to thank you guys for watching this week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Catch you next Friday.